With the final weeks of the spring season upon us, today we'll talk all things Mariemont Warriors with AD Tom Nerl. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing well, Rob. Thanks for having me again. You're right. It's getting down to crunch time here, probably the busiest time of the year, one of the busiest time of the years for athletic directors. But it looks like hopefully, except for tomorrow, the weather is going to cooperate. We can get the last week of softball and tennis season in and second last week of lacrosse and baseball and get on our way. Won't be long. It'll be tournament time with a couple draws already out of the way.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk softball. We'll start with softball this week because they had their draw over the weekend, as you well know.
Yep.
Let's talk about the week ahead, and then we'll talk about tournament time with Williamsburg.
Yep.
Let's see. Host the Cowboys from Wyoming tonight. Travel to Reading on Wednesday, and then
Yep.
host Reading back to wrap up CHL play. So that, I guess, by looking at the schedule, Tom, you were with all the tumultuous weather, you guys were able to get all your league games in.
Our league games are pretty much on track. You know, the first week of
Great.
the season when we're getting all the rain, we played Indian Hill. So the one day there was our home game, and our field was questionable, so we moved that up. So we stayed on track, and the only other one was Finneytown, and we played that last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But went out to Lachlan on Friday, and girls got off to a fast start and needed every bit of it with 12-1 start. In the second inning, ended up with a 16-13 win, and
Wow.
Ainsley Kutcher got her first win, and Peyton Combo ripped a triple, and I think Abby Connors ripped a couple doubles. And it's funny because you have some success on big fields, a baseball field, and I had to tell a couple of our players, "Hey, you're not going to hit that 350 fence out there. Just keep headline drives."
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, so Ainsley's a freshman, and that was probably her third or fourth time on the mound. So good enough to get us there. Good to hold on for that win. And like you said, we've it's an all CHL week this week. Cowboys got us pretty good last week, so see if we can improve on that. And then May 6th, we were the 14th seed, I believe, in the draw. We'll go out to number 3 Williamsburg. Rick Healy and his girls out there are always good, and so and they'll get hot in tournament time. So went out there 2 years ago, and so we'll go out there next Monday and see what we can do.
Hey,
Maybe
how was that cheese wagon ride back from Lachlan on Friday? That had to be pretty fun with a 16-13 win, didn't it?
well, it would be. So I think we only had like 4 girls on the bus because
Oh,
everyone else gathered on a Friday night. But the girls that were on there had fun, and yeah, it was good. It's all wins are good, and they've been working hard. They've been scrapping, and we'll get to the point where we start getting more W's at some point here. A very young team, so we had senior night last week for Bella Mason, our only senior. We've got one junior right now, and then Friday will be a youth softball night out at the field. So they'll have the Kona Ice wagon,
oh,
and
nice.
our youth organization does a great job, and they'll come out, have a couple hundred people there for the girls. So it'll be a fun one to end the regular season up with, and then get ready for the tournament.
Sounds great. Well, best of
Yeah,
luck to them to this week,
thank you.
and then we'll touch base before tournament time next week. Let's switch over to the diamond with baseball. Let me scroll down here. Looks like they had another busy week here. Let's see.
Yeah, they've got Wyoming at home today. They're at Reading on Wednesday. They have Northwest on Thursday. I think that's at Northwest. I'm not certain. And then Reading at home on Friday. But they have another week of this. They have another week of the season to go. Then they have their walk with the majors, I believe, on Sunday. But they'll have their tournament draw next Sunday. So the records go in. I believe we're sitting around 6-6 right now. So should be middle of the pack when the draw comes and get a good seed. And maybe catch a little fire for the tournament.
The nice thing is that they still have some games left on the schedule once they get the
Yeah.
tournament slot. They don't have to have inter squad games that you've got because of the rain and spring
Yeah.
break. You've got some games during tournament time that you can stay fresh.
Yeah, they've stayed current on their games as well. And yeah, there's nothing harder as a baseball, softball player to do than to come back inside the gym,
Oh,
to hit or to throw, to take ground balls, and especially late in the season when you start running into a lot of rain. I think back in 11, back in the old days, the year I had a coach, I think we had 2 weeks of rain right towards the end of the season, right before we start the tournament. And you want to keep them sharp, but you don't want them to get bored either. And so every day in the gym. It was so wet we couldn't be on the field. You just start mixing up things in practice and trying to throw new things at them to stay sharp. But it looks like the weather's going to cooperate this week and next. And they'll have a fun week next week, a couple of league games, and they wrap up the regular season over at Western Hills. That ballpark's always fun to play in. So some good experiences for the boys coming up.
Yeah, sounds great. And the fact that temperatures are warmer, that things are going to dry, even if we do get some rain, if it stops early
Yes.
enough,
Yes,
things will
yes.
dry quick enough. So good luck to them, and
Good.
keep trending,
Mhm.
pitching. So we'll
Yes.
see how that goes. Let's talk boys lacrosse. So
Okay.
they have a little bit
Yep.
of time off till Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday they go over to Elder to the Pit, which is always an experience for our kids because we don't play there on a regular basis. And basketball we'll go over every other year. But they'll go to the Pit. That'll be fun to play in that historic venue. And then Saturday they come home for Gurren Catholic at 4 o'clock, I believe.
Yes,
Boys had a split over the weekend. They thumped Summit pretty good Friday night, and they came back and lost to Columbus Academy on Saturday. I believe that was 8-5, an 8-5 loss. That might be the first time that Academy has beaten us. We've faced them in the regular season before and the tournament. So yeah, a lot of people are posting some bills this year against the boys lacrosse team. If they're going to do it, this might be the year to do it. But we'll collect those debts later on. So
yes, no question.
yeah, they have their tournament draw on Friday, so we'll know Monday where they're going to go. We got Bellbrook coming up on the 6th, and that'll be a pretty challenging game.
Mhm.
So I think the draw is the following Friday on the
Yes,
10th. So that Bellbrook game will be a big game to see where we fall with the seeding because they're in our region.
right.
But yeah, it's just inconsistent right now, and one day they look like
State
gangbusters, and
champs.
one day they
Yep.
look like Ghostbusters. So yeah, just trying to work on that consistency, trying to get the young ones a little bit older throughout the season, and trying to get our older ones, a little bit more experience to finish the deal. So Elder will be a physical team, and Gurren Catholic always brings some competition in. So it'll be a good week for the boys to see where we are.
I'll be anxious to talk about the Elder match because I've seen both teams, and I think I think that might be a 1 goal differential at the end. It should be a good one. Should be a
Yeah,
fun
good.
game.
Yeah,
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 I think that'll be a fun one for you, I think. And the kids, there's nothing better than playing anything in the pit, just with the lights on. It's just what a
yeah.
great experience for high school athletes to participate on that field.
Really is, really is. They do a great job. So yeah, good luck to the boys on Wednesday.
Yes, good luck to them. Let's go to the girls' side. Let's see, having a very nice season as usual.
They are. They had a rough week this week. Now they went down to the Sacred Heart down in Louisville, who's a two-time defending state champ down there. A little bit bigger school than us. They've got about 630 girls in their school, and they're big girls, and they're pretty good in lacrosse. And so we lost a 1-goal game to them. We lost to Columbus Academy on Saturday as well. Saturday was our ALS game for
Okay,
Sam
right.
Camp, one of our students. So a really good turnout that day. Just a lot of support for Sam and her family. So that was good to see. So yeah, so girls need to bounce back this week. Again, they're kind of a young team. Our girls are, but they'll have Seven Hills on. They go to Seven Hills on Thursday, and then Saturday they come home for Olentangy Liberty, I believe, at 11, 12:30, I think.
Yes.
So it'd be good to have them back home. Another Saturday full of lacrosse. Should be a good week for the girls. Liberty got them last year. Liberty's one of the big Olentangy schools up there,
No
or
question.
Olentangy, however you want to call it. So yeah, we need to get back a little bit, but we're having a good season against a tough schedule.
Yes.
So
I think they'll
yeah,
be tournament ready based on the schedule they played.
I think they are. So hopefully get back to that regional final game and beyond. Hoping for good things for them. So it should be a good week for them. It looks like the days that they're scheduled to play, weather's going to be good. So good luck getting those in this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go on the hard court. Let's talk tennis.
Yeah.
I believe tennis. Did tournament come out for boys tennis yet?
Yeah, their tournament draw was yesterday as well. Their tournament will be next Tuesday on the 7th.
Okay.
And I believe their tournament is at Princeton High School. So they start 8:30 in the morning and just start knocking them out. But Bennett Harris is one of our leaders, senior for us. Bennett's 4-4 right now. George Ossis, he's 3-0. Hugo Ellis, I think, is 1-1, and then we've got a big mix and match with our doubles as they go through. So, they're getting their matches in. They had the Coaches Classic Saturday. We hosted at the Mariemont Courts, which is I don't know if we've ever hosted Coaches Classic there before. So it was a good Saturday. Parents got to come out. A lot of community members got to stop by on their way up to the lacrosse game. So good for them. They've got kind of a busy week. I think they're at Turpin today, Monday, and at Seven Hills on Thursday.
Yes.
Again for the sectional next week. So yeah,
Good luck to them. Weather looks like it's going to be great. Let's wrap up talking
yeah,
sports teams with track and field. Let's
yeah. Ben Fonstock, he ran up at the Wayne Invitational last week while everyone else I think was at Goshen, and Ben set a school record in the 1600. That's been a
wow.
goal of his all year. Ran a 4:19:29. That breaks the previous record by almost 4 seconds to 4:23:5. That was
Wow.
set by Bob Caswell back in 1981. 81, 82, 83. They had a lot of good track teams. They had a lot of good athletes in those classes between 80 and 84, people that are in our Hall of Fame. So Ben's worked hard for that one. That was a fast field up there. I know he's been running well, but when you run fast in a fast field, so
Yep.
good for him to land that one. We wrap up our track season this Wednesday with the McKee Kiwanis Invitational right here at Mariemont. That's a really good 13-team track meet of
Oh,
small
perfect.
schools. It used to be a 2-day meet. We cut it down to one, but a lot of good times, a lot of good running will take place. There'll also be senior night for our many track seniors here at the intermission. So looking to come out and see them on Wednesday.
What time
The
does that
shot
start, Tom? Does that start about 5?
about 4:30,
4:30.
4:30,
Okay.
4:45. Yeah. As soon as everyone gets here, shot and disc are up on the hill and everyone else is in the stadium. It's always a good crowd, and that honors Steve McKee, an athlete of ours, a very outstanding football and track athlete that died during football practice when he was at UC back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
So it's a way to honor him. His family's still here in the neighborhood. The Vianellas are still here in the neighborhood. So um, it'll be good to get that meet in, and the weather's going to cooperate. So it'll be a great day for our track athletes. And then next week, next Friday, they go to Taylor to run in the CHL championships. So
Wow.
uh, yeah, it's run for everybody now.
Yeah, sounds good. Best of luck to them,
Yeah.
and best of luck on the invitational there at home.
Yep.
Before we wrap up, Coach, I know you have the National Letter of Intent signing on Wednesday, and I know you want to talk about summer camps as well.
Yep. Yep. Coming up. So letter intent days come out this week. On Thursday, we will honor all of our senior athletes that plan on playing in college next year with our version of a signing day. So I believe we have 9 of them ready to go this week,
Great.
and their families will be here. Their friends and neighbors will come in during our Warrior Bell. So about 12:15 in the gym, and we'll send them all. That's always a fun day. Everyone in their college shirts and just there for the event. So that'll be fun. And of course, our summer camps are online at MariemontSports.com/tickets for everything. Baseball is early June, basketball, boys and girls basketball is right after that. And then soccer, volleyball, bowling, they all roll over into July. So it'll be a great summer for young kids to learn to play like the Warriors. And we always love it when our athletes and our coaches can work with our younger athletes. So hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed for good weather this week, and we'll talk about tournament stuff and everything else come next week.
Yeah, it sounds great, Tom. Best of luck to all the Warriors this week, and hope you have a great week. Thanks for your time as always, and we'll
Great.
touch base next Monday.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for your work. Have a good week.
You as well. Thanks, Tom.
All right. Bye-bye.